Hello and welcome to another free code session. My name is Jason Bach and hopefully this episode will be shorter. So I did some research and if I come over here, you can see that if you put the bang there or not, it's okay. It doesn't matter. This line has to be commented out because if I do change this to being a null, the cast works. Okay. If I put this in here, obviously this won't because it will try to cast to an int and that doesn't work. So always putting the bang there is fine. So that's what I did here. Okay. Now I do have to shut down and start up again. So hold on, I'll be right back. Well, that was cute. What are you doing? I just said do a clean build. And then I hit this and Visual Studio got all wonky. Cancel. Just stop. Okay. Did you stop? It's times like these where I'm like, why? Why can't you stop? Like, what has made this so crippled that you think you can't? Yeah, and then it won't shut down because it thinks you can't stop the build. And you won't be able to build now because you still you can't. Jeez, you stink. Seriously. Nope, that's not good. That is not good. Bye-bye. We'll start this up. Oh, wait. 2020 preview. I don't know if I was actually launching preview or not. I don't think so. Okay, so I think what would happen now? We should at least build, right? Yeah, you're all broken. Okay. Build succeeded. We're going to run the tests in just a second. Okay. So it said it all ran. We don't want to run the tests, but we want to run the integration tests because we know the regular tests would actually not work because the generated code is not what it expects. But the integration tests don't care about the generated code. It just wants it to work. So we'll see if all this does work. A passed. Exactly what it should do. That is awesome. I'm pretty happy about that. But we can't see the code because of reasons. But at least it's doing that. Now, what I could do is go through all the rest of the code and update all the tests so that they're correct. Okay. I know that in the tests here, the diagnostic tests, these would all actually probably still generate the unit type. So I would have to fix those. For example, let's just run this one. Yep, I bet it's going to say it generated 2. That's fine. What we're going to do is take this, put this code in here. And what we're going to say is this in all of these. Okay. That will take care of that problem. Okay. Except for that. And I could use a shared constant, but whatever. Okay. So we should be able to put those in these. Okay. And then that will take care of the that should now run these 4 tests of these will pass. And my son it's a Monday night and he's playing the wonders of VR. So, okay. So now what we could do with all of these is at least say they're going to generate all of this. Why did that look kind of weird? Did that? No. Okay. And whatever. I've said it millions of times. I think my machine is something with Visual Studio is slightly borked because the formatting indentation, it always is not good. And I don't know why, but it's just, you know, the only thing to fix it is turn it off and on again, which is to reinstall. And I'm just not willing to spend all my time to do that just to see it not actually helping. So, okay. So now here we just basically need to say, we don't have to worry about casting here if it's a void. Okay. If we're returning a void, we don't care. If I get a text, I don't care. So let's do this. Let's pull this down because we want to potentially copy some code. We want to say here, no, do what I want you to do, not what I actually told you to do. No, here. Var result is equal to that. But again, we don't care about result. It's going to be a unused variable. You know, I could clean that up, but whatever. But now you can tell it's bothering me, can't you? You can see it. You can tell. We could say var but whatever. Okay, so that's that. When it returns an int. Oh, wait. Up here, this has to be a bool unit. This needs to be a bool int. Okay. This will be var result is equal to that. Except we don't do that here. We say return true. Yeah, we don't cast that anymore. There we say int result. And then down here, we're going to say false default. Right? That's what we do. Members. Yep, false default. Okay. So that should be good. That's okay. I'm not. You will not distract me. Get target methods void. So we only have a void here. Okay, so we can say this. We're going to say var result is equal to that. Return true. And then here we're going to say return false. Okay. And this now needs to be bool unit. Multiple members, static, bool unit. This would be var result is equal to that. This is this. I want you to, in telecode, I want you to know I'm down here. Come on. Come on, can't you do that? Can't you do that for me? This is another bool unit. And since I already have this here, let's just put that there. Var result is equal to that. Return true unit instance. Okay, and then this is whenever it's, I don't care. God, my son is loud. Bool unit. Let's do this. Jesus. And then we say this. We're also going to say var result is equal to that. Otherwise that. That really does bother me. It really does bother me. Bool unit. But But through the magic of generated code, we can do what we want, right? So we're going to do that, bool, unit, drive. It's basically the same as that, and we're good. All right, so we're going to do that. See if these pass. Hopefully it got close with most of these. Otherwise I'm going to be sitting here and fixing all of them. 6 pass 1 failed. That's close enough. Okay, which is the one that failed? Generate when method returns async. Oh, returns int. What's the difference here? Like, we know it actually works. Oh, so when I get to int, oh, there. Okay, this should work now. I just got some of the stuff messed up. Still failed. Why'd you fail? You shouldn't have failed. What failed? Let's see. Cannot implicitly convert type bool int to int. Huh? What? Yeah. This needs a change now. Var, we don't care, result is equal to that, return result. Yeah, it was the actual code because we don't care about the past. Okay, committer stash 7, got all tests to pass. Now the one thing that just went through my head is we are returning just, it has to be a bool and then whatever the type is. We don't name them. So you could, in this case, say StaticCast blah, 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 or dot item 2. But we want to actually generate like dot result. And this got in, I remember there being a huge discussion about should tuples actually have names. And I can't remember off the top of my head whether that mattered or not. So this works, but it would be kind of nice if you could just say dot result there, and that, yeah, if you were confident that that would actually work. So yeah, I'm going to keep it this way for now. So I'm going to merge this stuff, and then there's one more thing I want to work on. So I'll be back. I almost hit the restart button, and I was like, no, do not restart. I don't think it restarted because I'm still at 40. Okay. So here's the other thing I want to work on, which is this generate unique variable names. So as I was kind of hinting at the last episode, we have in the generated code, for example, come on, you can do it. We'll actually look at this code here, because the way these are implemented is like interface name, target name, result. And I also do want to change this, that if you are returning this, you just call this. There is no reason to do a var result equals here. Okay. Only if you're actually returning something would you want to do that. Like captured invocation result or something like that. Captured invocation result code, whatever. We're going to change that here. But the point is, what if this was interface name or interface method? We can't control that. That's completely up to whoever called it. But if we did that, that would collide with this, which that goes in here. This goes in here. Okay. Now the result only matters when we would put it in here. So there's 3 things that we have to uniquely generate. And so what I want to do is, first of all, we want to have something like generate when name collides. So This is as good a test as any, okay? Because what do we want to do? We want to generate a test that's currently going to fail. To prove that I need to do this, generate when parameter names collide with local variables. Okay, so what we're going to have here is we're going to have interface. I don't care what these are. Okay, string, interface method. Can you actually do that? Hold on. Can I say here underscore A? And then this would be underscore A. And then this could be A. Okay, that's allowed. You can do an underscore immediately before the variable name. That's good. You'll see why I just did this in a moment. And then we have target method and result. String, target method, string, result. Okay. And so now we're going to say, we don't care. A, B, C, and D, right? Good. So now down here, we need to have this be that. And now this should fail because we're going to get all sorts of collisions, at least one with interface method. Okay. And so I'm expecting this to fail. It does. Now, why does it? Ooh. Oh, is it because the generation's off or something? Ah, crap. Yes. I'm putting in type of string, type of string, type of string, type of string. Okay, this should be interface method. Forgot about that. That's okay. Target, method, result. Okay. Now this is really going to go haywire. You failed, but why? Did you fail in the way I expect you to? Yeah, but local parameter. Yeah, this is exactly what we want to see. Okay. So what I want to do to fix this is first, we're going to fix this thing. The var result equals. Okay. We want to say var invocation result code, which will be if it does not return void, what we're going to have is var result equals. Otherwise, we're going to have string.empty. Why do you do that? I don't want that. I want that. Okay. And the reason we're doing this is because we want to say that. Okay. So either you're going to assign a value, which would be used for result here, and that's it here. Otherwise, you're just going to return default. So all these tests that I just wrote to pass are now going to fail because there's no longer going to be here. It's just going to target invoke null. And yeah, we're ignoring the return value, but we don't care. We don't need it because we're never going to use it. Okay. Now, because otherwise we get here's a local variable that's not being used. Whatever. Like technically here, this is, yeah, necessary assignment. You're never, it's not in whatever. Okay. Continue, Jason. So what I want to do is I want to have some kind of method that, and I could just put it in here because that's fine. This is the only place I'm going. No, because we have indexers. So we have to be careful with that because indexers can have the same problem. So we want to have, how do we want to do this? Offer parameters to be an immutable array of variable parameters. That feels weird to have an extension method for that. What we want to probably just have is a helper method that would be in builders. But we are going to need it in two spots. That's why I want it into variable name generator. As good a name as any, right? That's a funny joke. It's a name. I'm loopy. Static class. So what we want to have here is something like internal static string generate unique name. String is the proposed name. And then we're going to have an immutable array of I parameter symbol parameters. And since it is an array, it is always going to have values. So what we want to do is we want to say, well, var name is equal to the proposed name, and we're eventually going to return name. Now, while parameters.any, okay, and so we need no. Oh, it's just, okay. It's just gonna. Oh, give me back the code. I think you actually had it. Come on. Aw. I think it had it. Or while any of the parameters names are equal to the name, okay, we're gonna say no. We're going to say name is equal to name. We're going to say name is equal to $_ name. And then we go again. And that's why you saw my test. That's why I did this, because it will still loop again. We'll go, oh, now you've matched with that one. So we'll put 2 there. Okay. And then we'll go again. Nothing matches. So we're always going to try to keep, if you go through and you never find anything, so, well, if there's none like these where the names match, we're good. The name is just going to come out. Maybe this is a little inefficient, but it's going to work, right? So what we want to have here now are the variable names. So we want to have var interface method variable is equal to variable name generator. Okay, unique name, this signature dot method dot parameters. To do, what about generic parameter names? Jeez, it's just, you fall down a rabbit hole and you never get out of it. Okay. But I have up here to do where I have no generics. I'm eventually going to put in an issue probably for the 3rd version to say, okay, what happens if you have a generic method? What happens if you have outs? What happens if you have refs? I'm going to have to handle those as well. But, for just the 2, I want to get, why are you still pointing? That makes no sense. Var target method name. Okay. And then we also want, we want to put these above here because you'll see in a moment why, because we might be using that. This is technically not needed if and then we also want to have that here. Okay. And that's the only time we would use it. So now new typo, this is new object null, that's the only place. So then here, this goes here. It also goes here. Target method variable goes there. I know this doesn't look entirely readable now, but we have to do this. And then the invocation result code would keep this. This is actually not needed to be done if you don't have a void, but I guess what we could do here is say maybe to be a little bit more efficient. If that's true, then we do this. Otherwise, we're just going to do string.empty and it falls off the face of the earth and we don't care. That's a small assignment. We can deal with that. Okay. So, okay. But now this should be okay. So if I come over here and I say, what happens in this case? Well, it's going to fail because the generated code that we have doesn't match. But that's okay. We just need to change that. So what we need this to be down here is var underscore underscore interface method there. This needs to be underscore target method here. And then this is going to be underscore result. Yes. But we don't generate that anymore because we need that to be an int. It just keeps getting better. Okay, there, now we got that because we're actually going to be returning something, but we need this to be an int, and then we need this to be an int, this to be an int, and now we're going to return an int of result bang. This will be default. Boom. Now I think that should be correct. I hope. Failed. Cannot infer the type of implicitly deconstructed variable. Oh, this has to be int now. Passed. Look at that, passed. So now we got that. We've just solved that problem. And all the other tests, I can shut down startup again, but to be clear, the tests here, all of these should still all pass. The integration ones we just want to run again. Would they? No, because I removed the result. Yeah, some of these are going to fail, like with the ones with the void. They're going to fail. But I'm going to clean that up off camera because I'm close to this. I actually got this to work. Most of this is just going to be, like, for example, void here. I don't need to do this anymore. That's going to go. So I'll do that off camera. But I think I'm close now. The next episode will be adding in properties and indexers into this, release of 2. I will also put some issues in here to handle the to-dos I currently have in here with generic methods, collisions with potentially those names, and which should be pretty simple to handle. I just add another array in and search both of them. And then also refs, outs, and some other stuff. We got a plan. So that's probably what I'm going to do in the next couple of episodes. So thank you all for watching. Leave comments and questions below. See you in the next episode.